back to Main Street Living. All right, some personal updates. You ladies know I've spent the last couple of months preparing to compete in the Mrs. Nebraska pageant coming up very soon. But I understand, actually, within me announcing this, Cheryl, you were one of the first ones to say, hey, I've done that. That's awesome. I would love to hear more about that.
Oh, thanks, Brandi. I think we've all competed in pageants, which is so fun. And I'm glad we're all here together today. And first of all, Brandi, I wish you all the best. You're going to be amazing. I can't wait to hear more about the upcoming pageant. But yeah, gosh, I did my first pageant while I was in college. It was actually Miss Pennsylvania USA. I honestly had no reason to be in the pageant at that time because I didn't know all the things you're supposed to do. I didn't know about the spray tan. I didn't know about the hair, the good makeup, the nails. I was clueless. And of course, I didn't place at all in that one. But I got the pageant bug. And so I kept doing pageants. And I think I did probably, don't laugh, a total of about 10 pageants over the past 20 years. Yes. And finally, once I switched to the Mrs. pageants, Brandi, that you mentioned, that's when I started placing, and I went second runner up. I got the top 5. And then in 2014, I won Mrs. Virginia International, and it was amazing. So you can do it, girl.
I love it. Danielle, what about you?
I think it's so cool that you guys do the Mrs. pageants, because I think there's a lot of people who don't know that there's life after the Miss pageants. But I did do Miss Teenage California. That was the first one I did. That was for ages 15 to 19. And I was 19, just slid in there. I wanted to do them a lot of high school, but I just kind of waited, and I thought maybe next year. And then my last year that I was able to compete, I decided this is the year. And then after that, I also did Miss California USA, and I did not win either of them. But Miss Teenage California was my first one I ever did. And I did finish 12th out of about 160 people.
Wow.
So I thought that was really cool. But unfortunately, only the top 10 got to do the interview answer, which I felt like if I got to talk, if I got to do the on-stage question, I felt like I was so close. So it was a lot of fun. And I think that speaks to what I was sort of looking to get out of pageants. Of course, it's fun to do the dress and the makeup, like Cheryl's talking about, the spray tan. But for me, I also really loved public speaking. And it's like, join a debate team. But my school didn't have that. So I really enjoyed public speaking. And I still think that pageants are really a good resource for that. And I think that so many people can learn from that time. It teaches you confidence and how to speak in public.
That is why I started doing it too, because I knew I wanted to be a broadcast meteorologist and TV host, and I had to go and fix my poise, my presentation, get on stage, talk in front of people. And it really does help, and it's not fluff. And that's what I love about the Mrs. pageants, Brandi, is you have a platform. Interview was a huge part of this. What made you want to do a Mrs. pageant?
So I wanted to, and kind of the reason that the Mrs. America system was invented, your life doesn't just stop. Your identity doesn't just end because you get married and have children and you're a mom and you're this and you're this. You can still be all of those things and pursue whatever gives you joy. I loved that. And one of the other things that I think I would encourage anyone to look into this, it really teaches women to support other women.
Yes.
No matter what you're going to do throughout your life, if you're going into TV news or sports or architecture or being a doctor, you're going to see competition, women between each other. And I think the sooner that you can learn, it's not about tearing each other down. It's about learning from each other and supporting each other and lifting each other up. That's going to help you succeed and be happier along the way. You're just going to be better off no matter what you do. And all of these systems in pageantry really reinforce that. And the networking and the sisterhood and friendships you find it's awesome.
Oh, Brandi, I know. Quickly before we go, tell us the details about the pageant. When is it? Where is it? What are the phases of competition?
So it's April 29th in Kearney, Nebraska, which is about an hour and a half west of Lincoln, our capital. And the phases of competition are swimsuit, so really focused on healthy eating and taking care of my body and nutrition, and working out every day, Danielle style, getting the gains in.
Getting into it.
I love it. Interview is huge, which I love. Clearly, I like talking.
We all like to talk here. Yes.
It's fine. And then also evening gown, which is not about the gown. It's not about what you spend. It's to truly give these women a moment in the spotlight, to make them feel special and regal. And I can't wait.
That's my favorite part. You're going to do amazing. I can't wait. Can we watch it online?
I'm hoping so. We're still working out the kinks to make sure that the systems are all a go. Tech issues, we all know about that.
Yes.
I'm hopeful, and you can always go to MrsAmerica.net to get all of that info if it is live, or find us on Facebook.
And it's so fun that we got to talk about all of our pageant experiences, but something that's also in common is philanthropy, right? So coming up next, we're talking about giving foster kids a helping hand.